Then the mother shouted at them, carried the food that they were eating. She threatened them and took the food outside. This is how it started. Please watch this movie to the end. This is the story of two children who stayed with their mother because their father was late. One day they were in the living room watching TV and eating also. The brother was teasing the sister and trying to give her some meat. And then he finally gave her and they continued eating and watching TV. They were playing and enjoying themselves as lovely siblings. Not too long, while they were eating and watching TV, the mother came in from inside of her room and saw both her children eating. They were scared of her and then they greeted, but she asked them what they were doing. They said they were eating their food. And she said, "Who told you guys to take that food from the kitchen? The food I cooked with my money, we went into the kitchen to eat it." They tried explaining and she told them to shut up their mouth. She carried the food. They wanted to collect it back. She threatened them and she took this food outside, straight to the other side of the compound. She was asking herself, so these children have the mind to take the food? They were sad and she brought the food outside and threw all of the food on the floor. She was maltreating these kids who were her kids. She walked back into the house. The children were sad and she dropped the empty plate on the table and told them to go inside and wash the plate. The girl child took the plate and was walking inside while the boy was confused and did not know where to go. Finally decided to go into the room. The mother told her to make sure you wash that plate clean and told the boy, "Are you trying to break down my door? Is something wrong with you?" And then she sits on a chair and was surprised at what these kids were doing. It is another day and these two siblings who were living with their mother got into the living room and was watching TV. They started laughing and enjoying what they were watching. They loved each other so much as brothers and sisters and they were enjoying TV. While they were still watching, they laughed at the cartoon because it was fun to watch. But not too long, the mother walks into the house and sees her two children watching cartoon in her living room. They did not notice her at first and finally noticed she was standing there. They were scared of her as usual. She puts off the TV and walks to them and said, "Have I not told you to stop watching TV in my living room?" She drags their ear and warns them one more time that I do not want to ever see you in my living room watching TV. You did not buy anything for me in this house. Now leave this place and go outside. The children go outside and she's surprised and locks the door and locks them outside. She continues maltreating them and goes into her room. It's another day, and on this day, these two siblings who lived with their mother were wanting to play card game. And then they placed the card on the ground and shared the cards amongst themselves as it is usually played. They were just wanting to have a good time and enjoy the company of siblings that they were. While they were playing and trying to enjoy this game, not too long, the mother once again walks in from inside and was looking at the kids while they were unaware. They were clapping for themselves and the mother joined them. The mother tries raising her hand on them and they managed to escape and go outside. She packs the card that they were playing and throws it at them. And she's basically and practically maltreating these kids that she gave birth to because she did not like them because their husband was late. It is another day, then she's in the living room watching TV and having fun. Not too long, the two siblings walks down from their room and she's surprised and asks them, "Where are you guys going to?" They explain to her that they are leaving her house because she always maltreats them and she doesn't take care of them. She does not show them love or affection, that they can no longer stay with her there. And then she said, make sure you close my door without any form of care, and she's unconcerned about where these kids go to. She's all by herself, and years later, she's getting old and she could no longer walk or be as active as she used to be. On this day, she's trying to wash her clothes, her dirty clothes, and then she's trying to walk out of her house. She's no longer as strong, and she's now using a stick to aid her movement. And then she tries to carry the buckets with which she will use in washing her clothes. She carefully tries to walk out of the balcony, places a dirty cloth inside of the bucket, and tries to carry it outside to wash. She's trying to be careful as not to fall because her bones were no longer as strong as they used to be years back. Unfortunately, she's now living alone because her kids who she used to maltreat have left her to stay in the house all by herself. Now, all of the work her kids she used to do, she now happens to be doing them all by herself. She has no one to help her, and she holds her waist because her bones now hurt her. She tries to carefully come down from the stairs as not to fall. She's very careful and finally is able to come down. For a few seconds, she carries her bucket and then tries to sit close to the bucket to be able to wash her clothes. The kids no longer stay with her and they went somewhere else to stay and to hustle. She's tired and weak and brings down the buckets to start to wash her clothes all by herself. She puts some detergent to wash the clothes and starts washing, of course, with no one to assist or help her. And then it is another day and she's trying to weed her compound. The grasses are overgrown and she's trying to clear. This is what our kids normally do for her when they are around, but she has maltreated them and they had left her years ago. She's weak and using a stick to aid her movements, but then she carries a cutlass to also try to clear her compound. Her waist is hurting, and then she remembers what she did years back. It was this same spot she threw the food that her children were eating while she was maltreating them. She remembers, but then she's now very weak and sick, and she's all by herself. She fears that she may pass out and no one will be there to either take her to the hospital or attend to her. She picks up her little phone and tries to reach her kids who she had allowed to leave her house without asking them to stay behind. She puts the phone on her ear while the phone rings, and fortunately her kids who she used to maltreat picks up the phone, and then she begs them to please come back to the house, that she has something very important to tell them. She was watching TV. Not too long, a few hours later, the kids traveled down to their mother's house. They come in a car. They were much more better than they used to be. They could not feed themselves. They had their own car and they stayed in their own house. And then the brother holds the hand of the sister and walks into the compound in which their mother's house has always been. Shakes his head and then they walk towards the apartments of their own mother. They look around and then they finally see that her door is open and they are surprised. Her gate is also open. They try to knock. No one is coming to answer them. They are surprised as to if their mother is okay. And then they finally decide to go inside to see if she's there. She's laying on her couch, and then the kids walk into her and see their mother all old, tired, and weak. her phone falls and the daughter helps to pick up her phone and also her stick in which she used in working. They sit beside her because they have just one mother and they still love her, even though she had maltreated them years ago. She apologizes to them to forgive her for what she did to them over the years, and then she hugs them and then they forgive her. Please, if you enjoy watching this video, tell us where you are watching from so that we can send you a big hug. Please share this video. We love you and God bless you.